over the past weeks, Akademiks been in a lot of problems. I'm talking about every other day, he online arguing with somebody. So it only makes sense to go into his past of some of his craziest beefs over the years. Hey, I'm Prince, I talk about whoever I want to. And we back on Ak today. One of his craziest beefs in recent time was him versus Freddie Gibbs. All the way back in 2017, Ak was at a party and Freddie somehow ended up being there at the same time. And this was before they beef and all that. But Ak and Freddie at the party, and Freddie was trying to get Ak to smoke with him. Freddie was trying to just be cool, but that ain't work out. And so fast forward a few years, Ak hosting Everyday Struggle, and something that was in the news at the time was the beef between Jeezy and Freddie Gibbs. Pretty much, Freddie signed to Jeezy, and the deal was bad. So for years, Freddie was just coming at Jeezy all the time. And they had some real bad problems. Now back to Ak and his show, and they was talking about the situation because it was popular at the time. And Freddie said this about Jeezy: "Let's be real, dog. Did you listen to his last album? No, you didn't. He a legend, but right now, he irrelevant." So Ak heard him say this, and he started thinking and gave a response to that statement. Jeezy is irrelevant. Freddie Gibbs, you are absolutely irrelevant as well. If Jeezy drop an album right now, he sell 50,000. Relevancy means is your music actually doing it? And to be honest, other than a few people who mess with Freddie Gibbs, what relevancy does he have? So Ak was just on time a little bit, challenging what Freddie Gibbs said. It was basically like, how you gonna say he irrelevant and y'all doing the same numbers? But what Ak ain't know was that this comment was finna start a whole war. A war that don't seem like it's ever gonna be resolved. Freddie seen Ak say what he say, and he hopped on social media talking crazy back. "I give any girl 5 racks if they admit to sleeping with Akademiks." Ak responded, "Freddie, don't play yourself. You're not even more successful than me. Relax yourself. You underground. Don't ever try to play me. If you really want to try me, a blogger, let's go. Bring all your statements of how much you made as a rapper, and I'll bring up tax statements of what I made as a blogger. And let's compare. You can't compare to Jeezy. He been lit for mad years. You a little I doubt you compare to me. But drop it. I'm down, Mr. Gibbs." Gibbs responded, "Man, shut up. You pay for 6. So, Ak hit him right back. "I love you for the mere fact you love talking how you do, but you trying to talk crazy to Jeezy, who a legend. Show me what you made in the last 3 years as a rapper. I'm a blogger. I'll compare. If you don't beat me by an outstanding margin, shut up. You still don't compare to Jeezy." So Freddie was like, "Look, sitting here online trying to argue with me, I'm a troll." So he hit him and said, "I want proof that you ain't had oral sex with Tekashi 6ix9ine. But it get worse, cause Freddie just kept trolling Ak. He was just trolling, and every time Ak would respond with essays. This nigga Freddie said, "Words from a man that sucked me." And then Ak gonna respond with a whole essay. But where it really went crazy was when Freddie told Ak he was built like a Teletubby. This had the whole internet going crazy, and I'm not over exaggerating. I mean, everybody was laughing at Ak when he said this. It was just Freddie was just trolling Ak so bad. And like I said, Ak was responding with essays. How you gonna respond with an essay to a nigga that said he gonna squeeze your titties on camera? But I'm talking about the situation was really getting so bad, Ak ended up getting suspended off Everyday Struggle because he was talking that crazy. But Ak still ain't care. He hopped on stream just talking.
"You a little I'll son you, your mama, your daddy, your son, your daughter, everybody. So when you talking about, oh no, yo, my son living, you're stupid, you dumbass. I know exactly where you live at. I'm not that type of. You don't live in a bigger crib even than me. Relax yourself, little bum ass. You, whoever you with, your son, relax yourself, nigga. Don't be trying to talk to me. I'm a different league."
What you're probably thinking, right? It can't get no worse than that. No, bro. Freddie came out and dropped some merch trolling Akademiks. It had Ak face on the Teletubby. And once again, the whole internet was clowning Ak. And for a long time, they were just going back and forth. But nobody knew where Ak was finna take it. Ak might have took this L this one time, but he was gonna bounce back. So in the middle of their whole beef, Freddie Gibbs started getting into some crazy problems. Pretty much, Freddie was moving sloppy. He was messing with a P-Star, and bro ended up getting her pregnant. And when he found out, he started moving crazy. He went from loving on her to not even going near her, not talking to her, none of that. He ain't want to be around her anymore, and she ain't like this. She came to social media telling everything. She said, "Blocking me on Twitter while I have a picture of you spreading your asshole in my phone is insane. I'ma spare them that one though." And this had the whole internet wild. I'm talking about Freddie Gibbs was trending. And so everybody laughing at bro, and it was only a matter of time before Ak came out responding to everything. He done got clowned on by Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs had the whole internet laughing at him, but Ak, he came out with one last thing to say. He ended the beef with one tweet. Since y'all like writing letters, here go one. Dear hater at Freddie Gibbs, I won, with a picture of Freddie Gibbs' baby mama on the bang bus with his child in her stomach. It ain't no way to come back from that. Like, bro, she is on the bang bus with your kid. But after Ak said what he said, Freddie tried to troll some more. But that ain't helped the situation. Basically, earlier this year, Ak came on stage at this festival and he got real unlucky. They scheduled him to perform at the same time Lil Uzi Vert and Lauryn Hill was supposed to perform back to back. So everybody was waiting to watch them perform instead of Ak. And Ak did come out with a statement. Essentially, I'm competing with Uzi, and if I take an L to Uzi, I'm down with that. I would have went to watch Uzi if I was in the crowd. But Freddie seen it and said, vengeance is in the hands of the Lord. Ak got some real disrespectful beats, like when he beefed with Nav. Ak really hated Nav for a long time.
We talking about Nav. The nigga who got bullied. First of all, I gotta get into it. Hold on. Let me catch a vibe because I'm too quick into this. I gotta go. We gotta go to church today. We gotta go to church, listen, thank the Lord that we gonna see a new year. But like Nav, you rode Weekend's coat. You pretty much an industry plant. But I'm glad you actually I'm a demon when it comes to media. I'm glad you did. Because at every fucking weight position, I will be pointing out why Nav is a industry plant, an Indian nigga trying to infiltrate the culture who really was on some bullshit at first. But we forgave his bitch. But now, I see him on Twitter, and by the way, I don't know where this came from. I don't know. So if somebody think that we ain't been going back and forth, I don't talk to Nav like that. Play Fortnite with him, I don't talk to Nav like that. But we're gonna investigate this. You know what? It reminded me one of my best years, what I'm thinking about 2 years ago, when me and Soulja Boy started beefing. I think that was like pretty much my best year of my career. When the year starts off with a beef, this is great. I'm a media person. I love all that. I got 5 YouTube videos coming on Nav. Nav, you wanted attention. We gonna discuss everything about you. I want to talk about it now. When we're thinking about rappers, we don't even think of Nav. Who thinks of Nav? That's facts. We talk about Lil Baby, Da Baby, all the QC artists, they in the culture. That's facts. We talk about Drake, he's the biggest. We talk about Kendrick, he might be the nicest. We talk about Cole, he might be the most conscious. We talk about a lot of other Uzi, he's that. But who the fuck talks about Nav? Who? You got watched on your main single.
And this probably got you wondering, where did this even come from? Pretty much, Nav hopped on Twitter one day and said, Akademiks hop on and off Meek so much he probably got STDs. And you heard what Ak said. He ain't even know where this came from, but he ain't care. It was too late. Ak was already started. Imagine being rich, driving to where paparazzi at in a $500,000 car and $1 million in jewelry and catching feelings because no one noticed you. Also, to add some context, as rich as Nav was, he's admitted to go out of his way to get TMZ/paparazzi's attention, and they ignore him, and it bothers him. Sad these rich rappers still judge themselves off blogs and attention and desperately crave it. Sad world we live in. Seems like you meat ride in the media. You hid your face for it. The first year you blew up. Now you desperately want attention? Answer that. I post about rappers who hot. If you cold, I won't be posting. If you ain't doing nothing, I won't be posting about you. It's not meat riding. I don't get no money from none of y'all. It's called doing what I want and covering who hot. But y'all know Ak, he couldn't wait to troll. Remember what started this? He called Ak a meat rider. And so Ak played his game too and started clowning. Ak hopped on IG, posting an article about Nav. Nav said he'll quit rap when Uzi quit rap. But it don't stop there. It's tweets too. Uzi tweeted, I ain't had sex in like years. And Nav gonna respond, I haven't either. And to make it all worse, Ak captioned a post saying this wasn't meat riding. If Uzi stopped doing anything, imagine what Nav finna do. Ak had one more thing to say though. I'm done. Anyway, Nav, next time, just subtweet me like all these other rappers do. You never call me directly out on Twitter, but you stay dissing me on here. Remember, you don't get no points off dissing Akademiks, and I got all the time. Hope paparazzi recognize you in 2020. Some months later, Nav basically came out saying how he felt about the whole situation. I felt bad that I made him mad, it's just like saying my music is for people who work at 7-Eleven or something like that. It's offensive, but it ain't gonna hurt me. But for a long time, it wasn't spoke about other than some shots here and there until one day out the blue, Ak and Nav hopped on Akademiks pod with a vid named Nav and Ak squash beef face to face after years of beef. Basically, they was on there talking about the situation, and Ak was on some, if you would have texted me personally, the situation would have went different. I wouldn't have handled it like that. But you took it to the internet and the whole world looking at me, waiting for me to respond. Then on top of that, what you said had me feeling some type of way, so I had to say what I said. Nav was like, I understand. I probably would have did the same thing if I was in your position. But another beef that wasn't able to get solved was between him and Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace. Back in March 2018, Ak was talking about 21 Savage, and Nip felt some type of way about what he had to say. They said recently that 21 Savage stopped buying jewelry and that he gonna spend his money on investment. You know, a powerful message for somebody that people follow, and that's from a younger generation. And Akademiks criticized them and said, I don't want to hear nothing but killing, and I'm about to kill the cops. And he like, I don't want to hear that from 21 Savage. Nip said he was basically feeling like Ak was criticizing 21 for wanting to be positive. And he ain't like what Ak was saying and started snapping on bro. That right there get you messed up. And we supposed to mess y'all up for that. It ain't supposed to be understanding. We supposed to catch you at Complex Con or wherever you at. And we supposed to spank you for that. And you supposed to learn. I was wrong. And you know, Ak being Ak, he wasn't finna let somebody talk to him like that. He got online trolling right back. The old Akademiks diss, cause I'm on a promo rant tree. Can't wait to drop my parody album and diss myself. Nip seen that and was like, what is this nigga even talking about? So he had to clear all that up. We were messing people up before we was even dropping albums. We not going for no underhanded disrespect or endorse ignorance no more. We pushing aggressive intelligence. Either you with it or you the ops. Situation was getting so bad, Nip was talking about acting interviews and everything.
I ain't saying I'm gonna do nothing to act. Let clowns be clowns and let dudes self-destruct.
Even before they got the beefing online, Nip already didn't like Akademiks. It was a point in time where he came on Everyday Struggle to show Ak his own was on and walked off because he wasn't messing with Akademiks. But sadly, before it could get squashed or resolved, Nip ended up passing away. One beef many people don't know about is this one right here.
I will fight Lil Baby for free or for money. I just want to get in the ring with him. No, you don't got no 4PF, nigga. I will choke you to death. I will punch you in your face. You're not doing Stop it. You're a fucking retarded rapper. You can't do Stop.
Around the time this beef sparked up, there was a conversation going on in the hip-hop space about Lil Baby. People was feeling like he was recycling the same old music, and the world was looking at Lil Baby like he just kept dropping the same song over and over and over. And so Ak got online reinforcing that, and Ak reinforcing that eventually got around to Lil Baby. And on his October 2022 album, It's Only Me, he called out Ak by name multiple times throughout the project. One line he threatened to get Ak touched. That boy Akademiks could get touched, but Ak ain't like that. He got online basically threatened to snitch on Lil Baby. Something I just realized while editing, Ak is a hypocrite. He threatened to snitch on Lil Baby after he threatened to beat Lil Baby up. That don't make sense.
To my name and y'all get locked up on the RICO, I'm in court saying said I could get touched. Real talk. That said I could get touched. Real talk. That, you know, I'm showing up to court with a Walkman. Click. Akademiks could get touched. I'm in fear for my life. Judge, you know what to do. Bond denied.
And so Ak was just trolling Lil Baby all the time. My new nickname for Baby is Short Buzz Baby. He clearly just not that smart. No one would have a brain would even think to discuss me and Lil Baby. Like, it just sounds stupid to say financially. Hey, y'all, one of them Tourette moments every once in a while. You see him in the corner, he just punching the air, flipping the bottle. He battling the perks and a lot of demons. You will never win the battle against the media. The media draws the narrative. The media gives the tint that your career is viewed in, your personality is viewed in, everything. I know a lot of rappers who don't get a certain type of look as they not seen favorably by the audience because that was an asshole to a journalist. Even though Ak was snapping on it like this, the thing about Baby, he didn't take none of it to the media. It was just Ak talking how he did, and he even gave Lil Baby an addy to fight him at one point. Who do y'all think winning that fight? Once again, another beef that still ain't solved today, but could get serious one day if they ever see each other. Just like my last video, Ak got into some beef with Saucy Santana, and Saucy threatened to pipe Ak out after he beat Ak ass. And that video is on screen right now.